once-a-week collection.
What are the recyclable products?
Currently, we have all paper products. That's cardboard, newsprint, all paper, all metals, specifically aluminum and tin cans, and number 1 and number 2 plastic, which is water bottles and milk jugs.
Glass?
We're kind of holding off on glass because glass gets messy for the time being, and glass requires, to sort glass with machines, you really need a high capital investment. So we're holding off on that for a while.
Old TVs?
Come see me afterwards, I guess. No, not old TVs.
City of Tahlequah pays for that once a year.
I have a question. The 50 people that you've already talked to, what did they think about the price of $12 a month? That's quite excessive.
They didn't even flinch.
Didn't even blink?
Didn't even blink. In fact, we've got more than 50 customers. We just don't have enough manpower and cans at the moment.
Oh,
I signed up, and no, I would pay more than $12 a month to have commingled recycling new to the area, and from the different cities I've lived in around the country, it's comparable. That's what we've had, and I think Tahlequah needs it.
Thank you.
I signed up. I don't think $12 is too much to have people take all that stuff and to recycle it. You know, that's the thing. They're going to recycle.
I know there are other areas that charge a whole lot less.
Yeah, but
Yes.
there is a difference. Now, most, and this isn't a generalization, it really is most recycling efforts are, they deliver a small bin, which is about the size of a carry-on piece of luggage, and you have to separate, they put little dividers in them, and it's every other week. So it's really not user-friendly. This is the most user-friendly way. There's no separating, because a lot of times, you'll start putting your aluminum in there, your cans, then you got your cardboard, and what's my collection date? That's garbage, So that's part of what we're fighting against. That's why we're doing this method, and it really does collect the most.
Next, we have discussion and possible action on ordinance number 1171-2010, rezoning 112 West Choctaw Street from C1 to C2. Julie Shannon explains.
This building, we're trying to rezone, or I'm not trying to, I'm trying to help rezone on behalf of Shelley Pippin and Carl Baker, who are here. He's just trying to use it for a transmission, rebuilding and repair shop. That's what the application says. It's at 112 West Choctaw Street. And I'm just here to introduce that and see if you'll get your support for that.
Next up, we have discussion regarding establishment of Citizens Task Force for the purpose of charter review. Mayor Purdy explains.
Council, I have put this on the agenda this evening as a discussion item only. It's for your consideration. I know in conversations that we've had over the years that each of you are approached from time to time, as I am, and I think all elected officials in the city, by citizens who have one interest or another that relates to our charter. And the charter is really an incredible document. There are 93 articles in the city's charter, and we are one of the few organizations in the state that really have a charter. I mean, when you think about all the municipalities and towns that are organized under state law into local government, there are not that many actually that have charters. And I think there are somewhere in the neighborhood of 4 or 5 that have an aldermanic form of government with the charter. But the charter is, in essence, the document that outlines all that we are, for lack of a better term, as a city government. It identifies who we elect, how we organize ourselves, how the public has an opportunity to participate in government, how we conduct business. The charter is only superseded, if you will, by the state constitution. And so while some of our ordinances, if there are any conflicts there, the statutes prevail. Not so with the charter. It is a very powerful document. And because of its power, it is one that is granted it requires the approval of the public to make any changes to it. It's not something that we can do at this legislative body. It requires the public's approval for any changes to that. So it has a higher standard that it has to meet for consideration of any change. One of the, it occurs to me that it's a very legitimate question and probably one whose time is right to allow our community to convene through a citizens task force or a review committee, if you will, for consideration of changes to the charter, if any at all. It's been 20 years since since that has happened in the city of Talladega. And I think Mr. Medeiros was a member of the review committee the last time it was convened.
Yes, I was.
And there were a few changes that were made to the charter that were approved by the public at a subsequent vote back in 1990. Not too many, but a few that were important. So my suggestion is, and I'm happy to discuss it this evening, but my suggestion is for us to allow the convening of a task force of which each council member has that opportunity, along with the mayor, to make appointments to this committee. And I would recommend 3 as just a number that I think would give us a well-rounded body of citizens who have some insight into the operation of their community, to the local government, and I don't think it'd be difficult for us to find that many folks. And I think also, this is not something that will be done in 1 or 2 meetings. 90, 120 days would be probably a pretty quick turnaround on a project like this. And there will always be a few people that will not be able to meet at any particular point in time. So a number like 15 would probably make sure that there was enough people in attendance to be able to continue to carry on the discussion.